Now, Ember's latest report reveals that solar and wind power are poised to meet two-thirds of India's growing energy demand by 2032, marking a departure from the dominance of coal. With renewable energy, particularly solar power entering an accelerating growth phase, a critical challenge emerges. This data indicates that grid integration issues must be effectively addressed to prevent any slowdown in solar capacity addition. The key lies in balancing energy generation and demand cost effectively, utilizing existing thermal and hydro generation capacity, as well as exploring storage options. The growth in electricity demand during daylight hours, it's outpaced the growth in non-solar hours, aligning with the abundance of solar generation during midday. However, recent power shortages underscore the need for peak power during non-solar hours, historically supplied by coal-based generation. As coal's distribution and contribution decreases, data suggests that a significant increase in storage capacity will be necessary to maintain the balance between energy generation and demand without a significant reliance on coal. And our correspondent Adya Juneja spoke to Waaree Group CMD Hitesh Doshi to get more insights on India's growing solar power sector. Listen in.
So my first question to you would be, what do you see as the most significant recent development in India's solar energy sector?
First of all, thank you very much for coming to the booth and taking the interest in Waaree. In India, the significant difference, to answer your question, is now the solar is not only the important for the economical sense or the environment, but it is a need of the today. That is the biggest change I see across the country. So even the common person is now talking about the solar, and thanks to our Prime Minister and the government policies that solar is a way to go.
Can you elaborate on the key challenges and opportunities you foresee in the Indian energy solar market by the next decade?
Definitely this transition. So transition will have a lot of challenges, but with the various policies in a place and push by the government, it's happening. As a manufacturer, we see the biggest challenge is the import in the country. Today, our import is very close to the deployment in the country, and the government is working on the various policies, particularly on the ALMM on this, and probably once this ALMM get implemented, this challenge is also the address.
Can you share some of the recent development in the technology in solar power development and everything?
The solar overall as an industry, this is based on the technology. So every quarter you see something new here. The recent developments are the higher efficiencies of the solar panels, the flexible panels which we have displayed here, which we can use on automobiles now. Apart from this, the solar panels coming along with the little bit automation and intelligence. So efficiencies, flexibility of the panels, and the next is the intelligence built in the panels. This is coming up, and some of them are displayed here also.
And what are the potential impacts on this industry of solar power when it comes to innovations and new technologies? What are the potential impacts?
The biggest impact is on the manufacturing. You have to change your equipment time to time. But the important impact and most important is to the customer. For example, due to the technology, earlier the cost of solar power was much higher. If you see the first few years, it was between 12 rupees to the 18 rupees. And now we are talking about below 3 rupees. So most important impact, it is becoming more and more affordable. The second is easy to install and easy to manage and maintain.